it's Nicole for Simon Says Stamp, and today we're going to get a little artsy and create this almost one layer mixed media card with some creative masking. Most of these components could be found in the April 2026 card kit and are available individually. We're going to start with a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch panel of smooth white cardstock. On this panel, I'm going to take the sentiments from a little artsy, a beautiful 6x8 stamp set, and I am going to prep my cardstock with a powder tool. And I got a little too much powder out here, so I'm just going to kind of prep the area but move that down so it's out of the way, and then I can funnel that back into my container. And I chose to do thanks for everything. Now, even though I am stamping the phrase for everything right now, I did choose to make a little change a little bit later, and I will show you that and kind of talk about why when we get to that point. But at this point in the card making, I did decide to do that. Stamp it with Clair embossing ink. I did stamp it a couple times to make sure I got a really good impression. And then I'm going to heat set it with Simon Says Stamp white fine detail embossing powder. Once we have this, we can start letting the magic begin. Now, before I start inking, stenciling, all of that good stuff, I want to go ahead and stamp the rest of my images. So I did stamp the flower and the butterfly from the set on the bottom part of the panel. So it looks like the butterfly's coming in to land on the petal of this beautiful flower. Then I'm going to take some mustard seed and rusty Hinge Distress Oxide inks with the masking, well, at this point with the stencil that coordinates with this, and I'm going to apply the color to my flower. Now, one of the things I especially love about these wonderful stencils is that they are designed as such that it's not going to leave you with that white outline around your masked images. So the stencil really lines up with the black outline of all of the images from this. After I have mustard seed applied, I'm going to go kind of towards the center of the flower, and we're going to blend in a little bit of the rusty Hinge Distress Oxide ink. And I'm using these Tim Holtz Distress ink blending tools for this step. Now, I went ahead and moved the stencil out of the way for now. And we're going to take the little side view butterfly, and we're going to place that stencil in place. For this, I did choose to add a little bit of Kitsch Flamingo, spiced marmalade, and I'll even pull in a little picked raspberry here in a minute. I switched to a different blending brush because I wanted to do a little bit more of a pouncing technique. I did stamp both my flower and butterfly with the Nocturne VersaFine ink, and I left both images in my MISTI. You'll see why here in a little bit. After I've blended the spiced marmalade and Kitsch Flamingo inks together, I'm going to kind of just pounce right towards the body of the butterfly with a little picked raspberry to darken up the pink a little bit. Then we'll go ahead and remove this stencil as well. Now it's time to take the magic part of this stencil set, which is the masking side of this. Now, for this, I did have to work a little bit carefully because I'm using magnets to hold these in place. If you want to, you could also put like a little repositionable adhesive tape on the back of these and tape them to your project. I decided I was just going to kind of try to be really careful with my blending and all of that around the images. If I have to hold the stencil in place, I'm going to, but using maybe a little tape rolled up on the back of your masks might be a little bit easier. I'm taking some Salvaged Patina Distress Oxide ink, and I'm blending this over the entire panel. And you'll see my sentiment now is popping out from that white background. As I get around the stencils, I'm going to try to be really careful. Going to work around the stencils a little bit. I'll move my magnets out of the way so I can get into all of the little nooks and crannies around our flower and butterfly. This is such a great way to make it look like a whole complete panel without any additional die cutting and layering and all of that good stuff. So I just love the masking stencils. So wonderful, and it's so nice to have these in our kit. or in this set. So I'm gonna just kind of move my stencil, or pardon me, yes, my masks a little bit and work around this. And then I am going to go in with a little peacock feathers down near the bottom. So it's much darker at the bottom of the panel. It's going to fade from Salvaged Patina to peacock feathers on my panel here. Okay, once we have this done, I am going to take the wonderful Petal Lattice stencil, and we're going to layer this over our panel. And I do want to keep those masks in place. I almost took them away, and we're going to keep our peacock feathers out. And I am going to go in and just kind of strategically, not strategically, organically place a little stenciling, a little heavier inking over certain areas of the panel. I don't want it to be all over the panel. I want it to be a little bit messier. So there you're going to see some areas where I didn't stencil, and that is perfectly fine. Now at this point, I actually hadn't buffed away the ink on top of my embossing yet. So kind of ignore that for a little bit. I'm going to wait to do that here in a little bit. And I'm going to take that same Nocturne VersaFine ink, and we're going to start stamping some of the grungy images from our A Little Artsy stamp set over our background. Now, I did this with an acrylic block and realized I did not get a good impression. So I'm going to just set that aside for a minute. I am going to fix it. I'm going to fix this panel, and we will come back to it. I also really love the grungy little text background here, and I'm going to stamp that several places over my background. We're just going to kind of play around with all of those different pieces. Now, I wasn't because I need to fix that grungy, and remember, I left my stamps in my MISTI. I did this because I want to make sure that the black outline is very dark, and once you add that Distress Oxide ink, it can kind of mute the black ink a little bit. So I left the stamps in my MISTI, one on each side, the flower on one side, the butterfly on the other, and I simply re-stamped the flower and re-stamped my butterfly. Then I added a few extra grungy stamped backgrounds all over. I fixed the flourish down at the bottom. I lined up my stamp in my MISTI and re-stamped that. And I'm going to trim down my background to 3 3/4 by 5 inches. That's about a 1/2 inch smaller, and that's going to allow me to mat this on another piece of cardstock. Then I'm going to retake my masks, and I'm going to take this black splatter medium from Simon Says Stamp. I love this. And we're going to add even more black splatter. I use the black splatter stamps, but I wanted to add just a little bit more as well. Now, one of the reasons I'm going to add a extra sentiment strip to my card for the Thanks for Everything is twofold. One, when I wiped away some of the black ink over the top of the embossing, it smeared a tiny bit on my background. Not terrible, but a little bit. And the other, I felt like it was a little hard to read that phrase with all of the grungy in the background. So I simply stamped it again on the black cardstock, embossed with white embossing powder, and trimmed it out with a sentiment label die before placing it on my card background with foam adhesive. I love this black splatter, and it adds so much to the card, and I love that the masks allow you to perfectly mask off that area. Then I'm going to take this crimped background using the crimped die set from Simon Says Stamp, place foam adhesive on it, and pop this on there to finish off my card design. Thank you guys so much for joining me today for this fun mixed media card using creative masking techniques using the Simon Says Stamp April 2026 card kit components. The supplies I used are listed and linked below the video here on YouTube for your convenience. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Hi, I'm Heidi, founder of SimonSaysStamp.com. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like what you just saw, be sure to press the thumbs up and subscribe to see more great content.